Yes, welcome back to Moral Football Hub. I hope everyone is doing okay and great this wonderful Monday, 1st June, first day of the month. Now I'm here to talk about, I've just been thinking, I've been watching social media, even YouTube and sports channels have been talking about this topic. Why do rival fans, even other teams, hate Arsenal so much, especially after the Arsenal parade? It's just been wow. I'm sure you have watched on the social media, on YouTube, the number of fans who turned up for the trophy parade for Arsenal is just amazing. It's just wow, so beautiful. They were claiming over 1.5 million fans because it was a big stretch. Even the cameras could not be able to comprehend all the number of fans that are there. And considering it's London, the city of England, of course, so many fans turned out, and there were even accusations that some rival fans, some wore Arsenal jerseys and just went there. It's just, that's how huge Arsenal is. Let's not lie. And I've just been talking here, thinking and watching, and I want to just talk about this topic. Why do many teams hate Arsenal? Because especially the last game during the Champions League, it was just Arsenal against the world. In the English Premier League, it was Arsenal against the world until Arsenal won it. And one thing is, I'm an Arsenal fan, but also I'm a football fan. I always like reminding and telling people that, because there are people who take it too personal. They just so blinded by their club, they cannot think, they cannot even see, they cannot even watch, they cannot even want to see any positivity in other teams or other clubs. At my age, I'm past that. I'm a millennial, and I appreciate good football, good teams, good institutions, whether it's football or anything that's factually okay and it's working well. I always appreciate it, and it's something that has made me have that kind of approach and view. And I remember, I think it's because of. So I was just talking about the rivalry and why so many fans, rival fans, hate Arsenal. And I think one thing, there's this Twitter that's been running in social media. When you are big, you are big. Even if it doesn't matter how many people will come and tarnish your name, try and throw stones at you. Actually, even there's a saying that goes that a tree that is usually thrown with so many stones means it bears a lot of fruit. And recently, I think because of the success that Arsenal has been gaining for the last 3-4 years, I think that's why so many rival fans have come up. Before, it was just a banter club. It was just pure embarrassment, and even our own fans, including me, we really just hated how our club was being run, the results we were getting in the Premier League, in the Champions League. And ever since, towards the last years of Wenger, it just became worse, because people forgot. Actually, it's just human nature. We forget how much someone has achieved and has developed or brought in, or the positivity that someone has brought in. But you always base it on the current situation, and it's just normal. That's how life is. So we forgot about that, and the banter era became so big because we never won a Premier League. We've never won a Champions League. It was just the FA Cup. I think it was Wenger won it not so many times. Then Arteta came in. Actually, before Arteta came in, Unai Emery came in, and it became even worse. He never won anything. The culture was just worse. Fans was too toxic. It was so toxic at the club that nothing could be run. And Arteta came in, and he has changed that. And actually, Arteta has just brought in the vibes of Arsene Wenger when he came in. He changed everything. I remember most of the Arsenal legends players, they always, when they're interviewed, they ask, what is one thing that Arsene Wenger came and changed? And they always talk about he changed the food, the way they eat the food. There was no drinking and such. Actually, the dieting was so strict that everyone had to follow it. And you could see the results, what he brought in, because he's a professor. And he had to change that. Actually, he inspired even other teams to adapt the same. Because back then, most players or most managers, they didn't care what the player ate or how they slept and such. They just wanted to show up and perform. But Arsene Wenger came and changed that, and you see the success that he had, because he won 3 titles within a span of less than 10 years. So, and that was great. So Arteta has come and brought in something different. Yeah. The good thing is he's a product of Arsene Wenger and also Pep Guardiola. So I'm not here to talk about the history of Arsenal. I'm just here to talk about that topic. Why do most rival fans hate Arsenal? I was just going through even the media. I wanted to even ask, I just did some research. And number one, I would say is because of the history of a big club, as you say, because we won multiple league titles under Graham, then Arsene Wenger, and there's a long history in top flight football. We have never been relegated. Actually, it's the only team that has never been relegated in the English Premier League. Then there is a famous invisible season in 2003, 2004. I think including we have always been a victim of this. Always saying we are actually, even right now we hold that title. No team has gone unbeaten the whole season and won the league. We hope we'll do it this season. The season has just ended, but right now it's so difficult for you to go unbeaten in the whole season. It's so difficult. Teams have become so good, so strong. There's a lot of talent. It's not easy. And also because of how football has revolutionized. Sorry for that. Then there's the other one is huge global support. I think that's one thing why most rival fans just want to hate Arsenal. The number two is the invisible reputation annoys rivals, because most of the time we always banter rival fans that we are the only invisible team. No other team has that kind of title, and most rival fans, they don't want to hear that. Actually, when it's just human nature. When someone does something better and they keep on talking to you about it, you always be annoyed. So I think that's part of we are our own what do you call it? We are our own victim on that. Then we over celebrate on that. Then right now, because information is spreading so quickly because of the social media, the internet. Unlike before, in the Invisibles eras, it was only the main media, so there wasn't a lot of banter. Unlike right now, it's left, right, and center. When you open your phone, you go to social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, you just see rival fans. Everyone just pick up your phone and just say anything, and rival fans will, especially the media personalities, or especially those who have a lot of influencers and following. Once they have a narrative and they just spread, because some media personalities, like in England, we have someone called Jamie O'Hara. He's a Tottenham fan, and he's so personal about Arsenal. He doesn't like Arsenal completely. Actually, I don't like him because he doesn't argue with facts. He always has a personal approach to any conversation regarding to Arsenal. So such kind of characters will always annoy you and such. But that's the part of it. Then the other one is Arsenal fans are very visible online. Yeah, right now, like, we have AFTV, the biggest Arsenal football channel in YouTube. We have also other channels. We have like for Manchester United, we have McGoldbridge with the Football Terrace. We have another one called not Football Terrace, called That's Football. We have the Football Terrace run by Terry. If you don't know, you just check it on YouTube. The Football Terrace, actually, like, because he's a very sensible Man United fan, but he always brings on board all the other teams, and actually he cuts across. He doesn't like give content about only Man United. He always cuts across all the football channels. Actually, I really like his content because he's very factual. He argues with facts, and that's how football is supposed to be. But not every football fan can follow that kind of narrative. Yeah, so that's part of it. Then London rivalries are intense, as you know. In total, we have Tottenham, who really hate Arsenal. And actually, after the PSG loss against Arsenal, there is this Tottenham player. I can't remember his name. He plays for Brazil. Actually, he posted a photo of his child laughing at Arsenal because they have lost it. But you also want Tottenham. You can imagine Tottenham, where the kind of situation they have been in the last 3 seasons, especially this season. They were almost to be relegated, and someone even has the audacity to post such a thing. They're supposed to keep quiet, just shut up, because they have no airtime, nothing, no more authority even to speak about a team that is competing that has just won the Premier League and actually is the final of the Champions League. He has not even gotten there. So that kind of rivalry is just petty, very petty. But here in Africa, our biggest rivals, especially in Kenya. Right now in Kenya, I think maybe it's leading in Africa. I don't know, maybe Nigeria, it may also be there. But Kenya, the number of football fans right now, like our social medias right now, even our top celebrities, including the president themselves and other government officials, they are just talking about football for the last 2 weeks. And Arsenal has just caused that, because majority of them are Arsenal fans and majority of them are Manchester United fans. So the biggest rivalry in Kenya is between Arsenal and Manchester United. There was even a famous song that was composed and written and it became so famous in Kenya in the Invisibles era, that is 2004-2006, called between Arsenal and Man U. Now I'm going to translate it. Between Arsenal and Man U, who is the biggest team? In Kiswahili, it reads kati ya Arsenal, kati ya Man U na Arsenal ni gani kali. You can check it on YouTube for those who are Kenyan fans, but you can imagine that kind of song. In this year 2026, our biggest artist in Kenya is called Bien. He was in the Sauti Sol vocal group. If you go to YouTube, you'll search for Bien, B-I-E-N. He's our biggest local artist right now in Kenya. He produced the biggest song of the year called Finale, as transition to final. In Swahili, it means finale. And in that video, you can see him. He's an Arsenal fan. Another big hip hop artist called Calligraph Jones. You all know him. Majority of you know him. If you don't know him, you can check out on YouTube. He's also an Arsenal supporter. And some of Bien's how do you call them? Vocal members for the Sauti Sol group. They are also Arsenal fans. And that song was just the big thing that it's just about football, and also the kind of excitement that comes in when you are watching a game. You're waiting for the game to end, for the ref to blow the whistle so that you can celebrate and such, and also for the real fans to respect and to also admire you. So that song is just amazing. And anywhere you are going to watch a game, it was always the song that is playing. Even right now, every club that is in Kenya, they are always playing that song. So that just shows you the kind of impact that football has had. Actually, this whole month of May, it has just been about football, and especially Arsenal and Manchester United. But Manchester United had, yes, I think because of the comeback with Michael Carrick, it actually has added that excitement. Before Manchester United, their fans had gone, some have gone haywire, some are just gone to hiding because the performance was not coming. But right now, and especially when Manchester United beat Arsenal, oh my lord, it was just chaos. But right now, because they are nowhere to be heard, they are always bantering us. Manchester United and also Chelsea fans right now, they are just also going to hiding. You cannot see them. Manchester City, actually, it's just a crop of new fans, because before the last 10 years, it's when they have started coming up for Manchester City fans. But before, you could not hear about them. Yeah, so that's just a sneak peek about Kenya and how the fan base is. Yeah. So the other one is Arsene Wenger era also created strong opinions. That's just what I'm seeing here. I'm just going through it because I just want to understand why this is too much. Sometimes you even wonder why would someone hate? Just argue with facts. Yes, sometimes a little butter is not bad, but at least have some rationale to it. Yeah, if I can use that word. Then recent success revived the backlash. That was what also I was talking about. The last 3 seasons, when Arsenal finished second, everyone was just saying you're just a Netflix. Actually, I remember Patrice Evra, the Manchester United legend, is always saying that Arsenal is just a Netflix club. We just go and watch. We are playing so wonderful. Actually, those seasons we played our best football under Mikel Arteta when he revived that. We were so just the excitement, the football was just exciting. We were attacking, counter-attacking, and just scoring amazing goals, but he never got us over the line. And Mikel Arteta just realized one thing: he has to change, he has to find a way, because the pressure was really coming up on him. He has been given a lot of money to invest, brought in players, 100 million, Declan Rice, and so many others, and so he had to deliver, and he found a way. So that's something that also brings up the rivalry. They don't want to see your success. It's just basically like in life, if you have even friends with you, and one of you just maybe become successful, I'm very sure, 100% sure, 3 or 4 of your friends will start being jealous of you, and they always talk bad of you, just talk down on you and such, even just give false information about you, because they are just jealous and they are not happy of your success. The same case happens to Arsenal. Most fans are not happy with what is happening to Arsenal. They never expected it. And there's a saying that I've just listened to someone who has said they don't hate how Arsenal plays. They hate how we win. That has just stuck with me. They don't hate how Arsenal plays. They hate how Arsenal wins. And because at the end of the day, history will always judge you with the results. Right now, yes, Arsenal lost against PSG with penalties, but history will always remember PSG won the Champions League in 2026. If Arsenal could have won it, history will not will not remember how we played. It will always remember who won, and that's what matters. The same case with the Premier League. Arsenal, you have been accused, they have been a defensive side, scoring with the corners and such, but doesn't matter. We got over the line and we won the Premier League. So I think that's just part of how things are right now. Yeah, so I think basically also another thing is football culture thrives on banter. Yeah, because actually one thing you have to appreciate, without this banter, I think it will not be that exciting, and it will not draw all this attention and such. I think right now in Kenya, majority of the football fans, and actually the last videos I showed you, there was even a parade for a Premier League, a mock Premier League. They brought it to the our own, the center of Nairobi, and they had a whole show and everything. Security, they had even been given security, you can imagine, and fans came in, celebrated, they cut a cake. If we never had that kind of banter, there are people who are making money out of this, and especially businesses that sell the jerseys, football jerseys. Like I went myself personally to buy a jersey in Nairobi, and it was just chaotic. The first shop I got, you could not even breathe. The number of fans who are there, oh, they have really gotten out of profits from this era, especially when Arsenal won the Premier League. So people are making business out of it, and the conversation keeps on running. Actually, even I remember when Arsenal won, oh my god, even our top presenters in TV stations, that is the main media, when they there's one media presenter, when she started to present the news, she started with Arsenal and she showed the jersey for Arsenal. Oh, it's just amazing and just wonderful. And we never had that. We could not have that banter. It will not be the same. So I think banter is important, but my only thing is just let's not take it personally, and also let's try and reason out with just facts. I like arguing out with facts. I like how Manchester United plays sometimes, actually most of the time, because they have very attractive football. But for us, we had that. I loved it. But if it doesn't get you over the line, you have to change your tactics, and that's what Arsenal and Mikel Arteta did. Yes, against PSG, I think I'm going to show you that video, share that video. What made Arteta or Mikel Arteta choose that kind of approach towards PSG? I'm going to give another video on that. Well, this video was about why is Arsenal hated so much. One thing is a big club, as I've said, and the recent success that we have had, and also the previous success that we had, and also because football thrives on banter. So that's how it is. I think I've understood that, and I hope most of you have understood it, because some people take it too personally. Some even will bet their lives, they'll bet the most precious things on it, that Arsenal is going to win in this. But if you go in that way, sometimes you're going to really lose a lot of things, and you're going to face so many heartbreaks. Yeah, so I think that's it for me, guys. I'm going to give you another video regarding how Arsenal approaches PSG. Before we wait for the World Cup, it's good to at least talk about these things. But I always encourage everyone, if you're a football fan, try and also reason out on the facts. Some of them, they know the facts, but it's just banter. But sometimes, to me, I like a banter with facts. Reason out, at least now there we can. It becomes more sweeter and it becomes more entertaining. Yeah, not just banter based on lies and things that don't make sense. That's it, and please like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.